Well, your next guest thinks the deal is good for consumers, but maybe not so hot for smaller media properties, advertisers, and even football. Ryan Radia is Regulatory Counsel at the Competitive Enterprise Institute, and he joins us now. Okay, I guess I can see it, Ryan, but who do you think is particularly going to be injured, assuming Disney's deal for Fox's assets is approved? And do you think it will be?
I think it will be approved. It's going to be a potentially tough road, given that this Justice Department has shown a sort of an outdated approach to antitrust with its lawsuit against AT&T and Time Warner. In terms of who's injured, it's potentially Disney and Fox's competitors like Netflix and Amazon, who could face a very serious new rival in Hulu, which could gain traction as Disney and Fox, which together would control Hulu, try to launch a streaming service that grows dramatically and picks up a lot more subscribers. However, in terms of the antitrust implications, this deal does not create a media company that is all that large when you consider the media landscape and how it's changed with the rise of not just basic cable and premium cable, but streaming services as well.
This deal probably never would have been allowed 5 years ago, right? I mean, because the marketplace, which is how the antitrust regulators are going to determine if it blocks people out, has grown exponentially. But Disney's control over Hulu really makes it 3 players, Amazon, Netflix, and now this combined Hulu. Is that enough to appease regulators?
Well, that means you could have one additional major player in that space.
Which may be Apple, by the way, Apple, if they do original content.
Sure, you could have Apple as well. Google right now is doing some original content on YouTube Red, so this is a fast-changing market. You also have to look at other efficiencies from this merger, like the movie studio industry. There are huge distribution costs that 20th Century Fox and Disney each have. Those could be cut down dramatically, which could fuel investment in box office films at a time when Hollywood is struggling to maintain its revenues, especially in the domestic box office.
Ryan, I want to tell you what Gabriel Sherman of New York Magazine tweeted out 2 hours ago. He says that the president spoke with Murdoch ahead of this deal to make sure that Murdoch wasn't selling Fox News. A person briefed on the call said. What do you think of that?
I think it's really troubling. They have a relationship, of course, but the idea that the president's getting involved in transactions which really are supposed to be reviewed by the Justice Department in an independent way is not the right approach. If that's the reason why Fox News is remaining with Murdoch, it doesn't bode well for the independence of the Justice Department as an antitrust regulator.
You already had doubts after AT&T and Time Warner, though, didn't you?
I did have doubts, and this certainly just reinforces those doubts. But hopefully this time the Justice Department will recognize that this is a pro-competitive deal and won't sue to block it, because there's a $2.5 billion breakup fee if the deal ultimately doesn't go through. That could be a big hit to Disney. Concentration
of power within the movie studios. The Writers Guild has come out and said they don't like this deal. Imagine it's probably going to shrink the amount of jobs they have, because there'll be fewer studios in the world if you combined what Fox had with Disney. At the same time, couldn't movie theater companies also be concerned about that? There are 3 big companies that dominate the movie theater business in the U.S., AMC, Regal, and Cinemark. It's possible that what this deal could do is let the combined Disney and Fox actually bargain more aggressively with the movie theaters. Right. Now, that might be bad for movie theaters, but it could translate into lower ticket prices for consumers. Got it. And so that's how maybe the DOJ would look at it. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.